You know the man police are looking for right now?
And what's up with all this freezing weather? All this and more coming up on Murrow News 8.
Good evening. I am Alfonso Valdivia.
And I'm Ryan Wasson. Welcome to Murrow News 8. WSU President Kirk Schultz released a letter to the university community on Friday following the loss of Tyre Nichols earlier this month. He says, "My heart breaks for the family and friends that knew him and for our country as we try to process this unthinkable tragedy. WSU is committed to creating a society where equity, respect, and justice are a reality for everyone."
Pullman police are searching for a person who visited Bob's Corner Mart and left with alcohol they didn't pay for. Pullman police are asking for anyone to try and help identify the person seen here. If you have any information that may be helpful, please contact Officer Knoxall at 509-334-0802.
After Whitman County Jail staff accidentally released an inmate, Sheriff Brett Myers figured out what caused this mistake. According to Pullman Radio, 21-year-old Dante Billings was facing two separate criminal cases. One was dismissed and one was charged. Those case numbers were nearly identical, which led the staff to mistakenly release Billings. Sheriff Myers says his office will make sure this doesn't happen again, and that Billings will return to face criminal charges.
A quick warning for our viewers. This story contains disturbing details. 44-year-old Micah DeMoss was sentenced in Leda County District Court on Thursday. DeMoss pled guilty to raping and videotaping an underage girl in November. He is currently serving his 3 to 10-year sentence in Leda County Jail.
Latah County announces a new alert system for your phone. Residents can now sign up for alerts letting them know about emergency situations in their area. People can sign up for the alerts through the Everbridge mobile app and register their address.
WSU to end its COVID-19 vaccine mandate on new students. Following a recommendation given by the WSU Infectious Disease and Public Health Advisory Committee, students will not be required to submit COVID vaccination records starting this summer.
Awards, headshots, and blood drives. Oh my.
And what you need to know about the single-digit temperature. All that's coming up next on Murrow News 8.
An organization is giving you the chance to save lives right here on campus. Our reporter Alfonso Valdivia gave his blood, sweat, and tears to get us the information on how you can help.
Unfortunately, in the US, tragic events occur every day that leave thousands of people injured, and each one of them need blood donations to survive. But at the moment, there are not many donors, which results in a shortage of blood. Hospitals across the country were in high demand for blood over the holidays, but now, by Talent, a non-profit organization, comes to WSU to help get those blood supplies back up. But not everyone who can donate will donate, and big part of that is to the fear of needles and pain that people think it'll cause. If you want to become a donor, go to Vitalant.com and schedule your appointment. Their next WSU blood drive will be on Wednesday, February 1st.
It's the most professional picture day you've ever been to. Our reporter Rachel DeAngelis has more on that.
It's time to get ready for the Career Expo today in Leidy 180. Professional headshots were taken from 2 to 4 p.m. Tomorrow they will be here from 11 to 1 p.m. Once you get your headshots ready, the Career Expo will be February 6th through February 7th. Monday the 6th will be virtual, but Tuesday the 7th will be in Beasley Coliseum. More information can be found on WSU Insider. Reporting from Murrow News 8, I'm Rachel DeAngelis.
Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Dean Baquet will receive the Murrow Lifetime Achievement Award at the 47th Murrow Symposium on April 4th. Baquet has served as the New York Times executive editor since 2014 until he stepped down in mid-2022 to help fight the growing crisis in local news. Well, it seems Jack Frost has stopped by Pullman. Let's toss it over to Noelle Anderson to see how long he's going to stay. Noelle?
Yeah, Jack Frost has been no joke. He has made his mark here in Pullman. Let's look at today's weather. Okay, well, today it has been a low of 20 degrees and a high of 23 degrees. There's a little bit of chance of flurries tonight, but it's been mostly sunny today and clear, so that's been nice. Let's look at tomorrow's weather. Tomorrow it's going to get a little warmer with a high of 33 and a low of 25. Now let's look at the state map. So if we go over to the west side, in Seattle, it's a high of 39, a low of 32 today. In Olympia, about the same. When we come back over here, back home to Pullman, it's, like I said earlier, 23 and 20. Spokane, about the same. And then in Tri-Cities, usually consistently, it's about 10 degrees warmer with a 34 as the high and 21 as the low. Now let's look at our 5-day weather forecast. So it's going to get a little warmer this week, okay? And so that's nice. We have some trends of warmer weather starting tomorrow. So 39 degrees as the high tomorrow with 27 as the low, getting a little cloudy. And as the week goes on, we are gonna have a chance of precipitation. The chances are pretty low, but into the weekend, it'll be about 50% chance of snow and rain. So be ready for that, but at least it's getting warmer. That's the good thing. So all I can say is make sure to wear your jackets, your coats, your hats, and that's all I have today for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Yeah, so we have our Super Bowl teams.
And the results of the Cougar basketball games from the weekend up next on Murrow News 8.
The stage is set for Super Bowl 57 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. They battle at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona on February 12th at 3:30 p.m. Philadelphia picked up their 4th NFC championship yesterday in beating San Francisco 31-7. The Eagles got it going quickly with a touchdown on their opening drive, while the Niners fell victim to unfortunate circumstances on their first take. Starting quarterback Brock Purdy stepped off the field with an injured elbow. Backup QB Josh Johnson replaced Purdy until he suffered his own injury early in the third frame. a concussion after a big hit. Purdy stepped back onto the field, but it was clear their offensive game was limited to rushes and short passes. It was announced he tore his UCL and will be recovering for 6 to 9 months. Kansas City secured the title of AFC champion in their victory over Cincinnati that came down to the wire 23-20. Patrick Mahomes threw for 326 yards, while Joe Burrow threw 270 and 2 interceptions behind a lacking offensive line. Valdez-Scantling and Travis Kelce both reigned in touchdowns for the Chiefs, while T. Higgins caught 1 TD and Samaje Perine rushed one of his own for the Bengals. The Australian Open wrapped up yesterday, and the champions of the first Grand Slam of the year have been declared. Novak Djokovic claimed the men's singles title, while Arina Sabalenka took home the women's trophy. Krejcikova and Siniakova won women's doubles, and Hijikata and Kubler won men's doubles. Luisa Stefani and Rafael Matos claimed the mixed doubles titles. Cougar men's basketball got their revenge against Arizona State on Saturday with a 75-58 win. Mohamed Gay put up a 15-rebound double-double and played all but 4 minutes of the game. Andre Yakimovsky tallied 22 points, and Justin Powell followed up with 20. Yesterday, the women's basketball team completed the sweep of the Arizona schools with a 70-59 win over the Wildcats. The 11-point win marks the Cougs' 5th within the last 7 games. Bella Murrica-Tete scored 18 points, and Ula Matuga had an additional 16 to help the Cougs secure the victory down the stretch. Next up for the women, they play host to Stanford and Cal this weekend.
Yeah, so what do you think of the Super Bowl? I think the Eagles are going to kill it.
Yeah, I think the Eagles have a chance. It's definitely going to be an exciting match to look forward to. But I think for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, I think he's that guy, and I think for them, he's going to probably take them to the promised land here come February. So I think my money's on the Chiefs for what it's worth. So.
Well, I can take you in that. My money's on the Eagles.
Okay, fair enough. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, so coming up next, Tasty Breakfast Treat has its special day.
We'll be right back on Murrow News 8.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Today happens to be National Croissant Day, so head out to your favorite bakery and grab one yourself. Make a sandwich, eat it with some cheese or jam or both, or even just plain. You get to decide that.
Can I say that I like my croissants warm with a nice cup of coffee? I think that's the best way to do it. How about you guys?
I think I like them warm too. I mean, last time I had one was like 2-3 weeks ago, so it's been a while. What about you?
I think for me, it's one of those things where it's like I don't really have them all that often. I don't know about you guys, but we only take them out once in a blue moon during like Thanksgiving and stuff. Put a little butter on there, maybe toast them a little bit. It's kind of like when you put like burger buns in the oven and stuff, and you toast them to kind of get them nice and crispy. It's kind of the same thing for that too. And I think for me, that's probably what I enjoy the most. How about you, Xander?
The best way to do it, you got to cut that in half, throw some ham, throw some cheese, and you're going to be perfect right there.
Well, thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/MN8, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.